In front of our eyes, because of Israeli action, what is happening is a very dangerous escalation in the Middle East region, and this is something that requires an immediate attention from this Council. It's symptomatic that initially the Council was to consider today, at this very time, the humanitarian consequences of inhumane actions by Israel against the people in the Gaza Strip. Instead of that, we are here having to discuss a new, most dangerous and irresponsible adventure by West Jerusalem in the region, but this time it is also pushing the region to a large-scale nuclear catastrophe. We heard from the briefers today that there have been victims amongst civilians. This completely unprovoked attack, no matter what Israel says to the contrary, is a gross violation of the UN Charter and international law. One is left with the impression that the leadership of Israel is convinced that they have a completely free hand in the region, and they probably think that Israel can flout any legal norms and replace all international bodies, including the Security Council and IAEA. The Russian Federation strongly condemns this action by West Jerusalem. West Jerusalem's military adventure pushes the region to the brink of a large-scale war, and the responsibility for all of the consequences of these actions lies fully with the Israeli leadership and those who encourage them. We are particularly concerned by the potential radiological consequences of hitting nuclear installations. My country has for a number of years been warning and saying that trying to resolve by force the issues surrounding the Iran nuclear program are unacceptable, as they can lead to the most dire consequences, not just the Middle East region, but for the world as a whole. But these calls of ours were not heeded, and the situation is now following the most negative and unpredictable scenario. Israeli actions are aimed at undermining the various negotiating efforts underway now, the efforts to lower the tensions surrounding Iran's peaceful nuclear program. The whole world is looking with hope for the outcome of yet another round of indirect contacts between Iran and the United States, and they were planned for the 15th of June. Israel decided to preempt this in the way they deemed necessary and started bombing the nuclear and energy infrastructure in Iran, showing this way their contempt for laws, norms, agreements, rules, everything that is the basis for a civilized interaction between states. But the responsibility for what happened is not just with the State of Israel, but also on its closest allies. This is a direct consequence of Western countries' acquiescence, who for months knowingly and methodically pumped up anti-Iran hysteria in the UN Security Council and in the Board of Governors of IAEA. The states didn't even try to come up with a constructive solution to the crisis surrounding the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action and the Security Council Resolution 2231, which endorsed it. Their goal was completely different. It was to put pressure on Iran in any way possible, to paint Iran as the source of all the trouble in the region, and to baselessly present the reciprocal legitimate steps by Tehran when they try to trigger the protection mechanisms in JCPOA as violating the obligations under non-proliferation.